Hello everybody. I was thinking about starting sort of a series on my Overwatch cases where I watch them and I tell you what I'm looking for, what's letting me know if they're a hacker or not. I was thinking this would be very beneficial to new players or even old players trying to figure out, are they playing against a hacker, are they playing with a hacker? I know that some people might be concerned that other hackers might watch this and try to figure out what they can do to hide it better, but the more I've watched, the more I've come to realize it's pretty much impossible to hide if you're hacking. You're either hacking or you're not, and it's pretty obvious to tell. If you're really good at hiding it, maybe you're some upper level player, but I feel like you have to be really good at the game anyway to hide it, and most people who are hacking are not really good at the game, so I really don't find that to be an issue. I'm going to start with this one. I actually just overwatched this session a minute ago, and then decided that I would try to do a video about it. So here we go. The first thing that I do whenever I get an Overwatch case is just check his score, just see, do I think it's suspicious? 17 and 7, no, not particularly. He comes around the corner trying to peek. Looks like he tried to free fire that, but the demos are so horrible he probably didn't. That was really important just a second ago, as he came around the corner, and you can rewind the video after I say this, but as he came around the corner from the window, he was aiming right at an enemy who was behind a wall. So at first I can be like, well, maybe it's just really bad crosshair placement. He wasn't looking where an enemy could be, he was looking into a wall instead. Maybe it was just coincidence that that guy was under it. But you're going to see a whole lot of that in this video. He has really horrible crosshair placement, but coincidentally, every single time he does, it's right on an enemy. So I think that he's using some type of X-ray that's making it seem like, or that's a very basic X-ray to where he doesn't know how far away a person is. He can't see the walls in between them. He just sees a silhouette of a person and tries to aim at it.
Deploying flashbang.
Again, right there, he turned towards the wall, and you can see he missed because he's horrible, but he ended up shooting right at him. He didn't need to find the person. It was just a smooth motion to him, and you can actually see as he goes to shoot him again, his crosshair is going to be on him through the wall for quite some time, even though the dude is moving. Follows him through the box there, throws a grenade, and will get the kill. You won't see it though in the Overwatch demo. Okay, again, watch him as he comes around the window. His crosshair placement is atrocious. He's not looking at a corner, but somehow he's still managing to hit some person right through the wall. It's clear that he's just seeing silhouettes of people. He was feet away from where he should be. If he was any good, he'd be aiming his op at the corner where they could be peeking out. But instead he's aiming a couple feet into the corner. There's no way you can wall that. There's absolutely no point to have your crosshair there. Good crosshair placement will put it at the corner instead, and that's not what he's doing.
Smoke. Throwing smoke.
He's going to back off, pretend he doesn't know where these people are. He's going to aim, at mid. He's going to go over here and aim at cat, pretending that he's not walling. He's trying to cover it up by looking at things that aren't real. Or by looking at things that aren't relevant.
Grenade out.
His behavior there was not in any way suspicious. He may have even toggled it off, and that's why he lost the round.
Decoys out. Decoy. Smoke.
Again, really horrible crosshair placement. He comes around the corner looking at the wall, then looks under the stairs where nobody could be. His crosshairs know where a person could be. His crosshair placement's just horrible. You can tell that he either doesn't know the map or he's just not very good at the game. Now the minute he sees that guy starting to move in, he puts himself into a better position to shoot him. If it wasn't for everything else, I wouldn't have called that suspicious at all. And in fact, at this point, I'm not even sure if he's got his hacks toggled on or not. But when combined with everything else, it does seem rather suspicious. He backs off and he glances at that person who's coming up the stairs. He could have just been checking stairs though, but it's unusual to back off right at that point.
Throwing a grenade.
He did catch a glimpse of that person before he came out, so I wouldn't call that kill suspicious. You could see his arm before he fully turned towards him. The guy might have noticed that. Right there, I found it strange that he chose to walk through CT spawn. His teammate really should have called that there were two in B, even if his teammate didn't call it. The radar shows that. It shows that he's either not very skilled at the game or he's just trying to cover something up and pretending he doesn't know where they are. Anybody who's been playing the game for a while knows the last two are in B. He should be running with his knife out to try to get them. He knew that guy was behind the box. He lined up that shot perfectly. The other guy coming in, he could have heard him running and turned to kill him that way. I don't think that the second kill was necessarily suspicious. The first one was.
Flashback. Grenade.
Alright, his teammates have already entered the A area. They've probably spotted the guy that was just killed, obviously. They've probably also spotted this guy here. I wouldn't be surprised if if the suspect knew where this person was. I'm not sure if this person's peeking or not and if he knows where they are, but he probably knows where these two people are right now. His teammate had already gotten that guy down to 7. Hopefully he called, hey, he's behind the box, so I'm not really too worried about the fact that he kept his crosshair right on the box.
I'm throwing a grenade.
He might have been able to see him through the smoke, nothing really too suspicious there.
Smoke. Laying down smoke. Deploying flashbang.
It looks like he tried to pre-fire that guy, but again, the 16-tick demo, he could have been well around the corner before he fired.
Throwing a flashback. Grenade.
If you noticed, he kept his crosshair right on that guy as he was going back around the corner. That's really impressive that he did that. That would have been an amazing move, because not only was he running, but the person he was shooting at was running, and yet somehow he managed to keep his crosshair right on the guy as he went back and forth. He knew those two guys were there. No reason that he shouldn't have thrown that nade. His teammate was right there and died. I mean, he knows those people are there. Now, though, he doesn't know where anybody is. They could have switched their positions. We'll see what he does.
Grenade out.
Right there, he did a jiggle peek. And a lot of times people will use that as a means of getting somebody that they know is there to shoot at them, so they can pretend that that's the only reason that they knew that they were there. After the guy shot at him, though, you could see him place his crosshair right on him.
Grenade.
He doesn't know a guy is up the ladder. He wouldn't have been able to hear that over the grenades, and yet he slowed down quite significantly. Now he heard the ladder and he knows the guy's under him. Why did he turn to the ladder right there? He was shooting that guy and he heard him run to the boxes. He did not hear the guy walk to the ladder. It was very unusual for him to turn to the ladder like he expected somebody to come up it.
Throwing smoke. Smoke. Laying down smoke. Throwing a grenade.
Just horrible, horrible play. He's clearly not very skilled at the game.
Deploying flashbang.
I mean, that's pretty obvious. He's got his crosshair right on the guy's head as he comes around the corner, then realizes, whoops, I'm looking at a wall, I better move my crosshair up so it's not so suspicious. That really looked like pre-firing, but again, I'm not going to say that because of the horrible quality of the demo. It'd just be impossible to tell. You can hear those people running around right next to him, but he still keeps looking back at that other guy. Running towards B is the obvious choice here. He would have expected the guy to rotate. At this point, I don't know that he was hacking.
I am planting the bomb. I'm throwing smoke. Deploying decoy. Flashbang. Grenade out. Grenade. Grenade.
There's no way he didn't hear that guy running down mid, so I'm surprised that he didn't even try to look at him. He can't even go up a ladder.